Consumer Reports just dropped the number the EV industry didn't want public. Electric cars now have about 80% more problems than gas cars. These are the 5 worst electric cars to avoid in 2026, the ones dragging that number down. 1 was recalled for fire. 1 came from a company that's now bankrupt. And 1 is so risky, the maker told owners to only charge it to 80%. Let's count them down. This isn't EV hate, it's data. And 2 things land a car on this list: a defect serious enough to catch fire, or a company that can't support what it sold you. The first one is the EV every early adopter swore was the future. Everybody wanted the Rivian R1S, the electric adventure SUV that was going to embarrass the legacy brands. The reviews loved it. The reliability data didn't. Consumer Reports calls the 2025 R1S less reliable than other cars from the same model year. That model's been recalled 9 times. This is what happens when a startup builds its first vehicles at scale. Owners report sensors going offline, memory seats that forget, software that freezes, glitches on trucks barely off the lot. You're not the customer, you're the beta test. The story repeats. Someone falls in love with the R1S and falls out of love by the 3rd service visit in year 1. At least the Rivian stays shut. The next one's doors can open while you're driving. The Volkswagen ID.4 has a defect most owners never see coming until a door pops open on its own. Water gets into the door handle electronics, and after recalling around 100,000 of them for doors opening while driving, regulators opened an inquiry into 51,000 more over whether the fix even worked. And it's not just the doors. VW finished dead last in J.D. Power's 2026 dependability study, 301 problems per 100 vehicles, against a 204 average. That's a software-first car that shipped before it was baked. Frozen screens, dead controls, and a door that won't trust you. Owners describe being locked out in the cold, or worse, a door unlatching when it never should. A glitchy door is scary. The next one was recalled because it can catch fire, so the maker told owners to stop fully charging it. Here's a sentence no luxury buyer ever wants to hear. Only charge your car to 80%, or it might catch fire. That's exactly what Audi told earlier e-tron owners. A faulty seal could let moisture reach the battery and start a fire. The interim fix, before parts were ready, capped the charge at 80%, for about 6,000 miles of waiting, to keep the pack cool enough not to ignite. Think about that. You paid luxury money for long range and got told to use 4/5 of it. There's now an active class action lawsuit over it. The owner who bought the long-range badge then got told to stop using part of what they paid for. At least Audi sent a fix. The next one caught fire, got fixed, and then cost the company $150 million. The Chevy Bolt was the affordable EV everyone recommended, until GM recalled every single one built from 2017 to 2022 for batteries that could catch fire. They replaced the modules in all of them. One of the most expensive recalls in EV history. How expensive? It ended in a $150 million settlement, owners getting up to $1,400 each for what they went through. And while they waited, owners were told to park outside, away from the house, and not charge to 100%. An affordable EV that you couldn't park in your own garage. The buyer who saved up for the practical choice then spent months treating it like a fire hazard. But a recall at least means someone's still standing behind the car. The last one? The company that built it is gone. The worst thing that can happen to a car isn't a recall, it's this. The company that built it goes bankrupt, and there's no one left to call. The Fisker Ocean. Fisker filed Chapter 11 in 2024, and the cars they left behind? 881 federal complaints, 12 crashes, 3 fires, 6 recalls. Then all 7,745 Oceans in America got hit with a rollaway recall, a car that could roll when you thought it was in park, from a company that no longer exists to fix it. Owners got so desperate, some reported driving 700 miles just to reach the one place that could still push a software update. This is the cheap for a reason trap in its final form. You'll see Oceans listed dirt cheap used. That price tag is the warning label. That's why you run. A $60,000 car, 6 recalls, and nobody on earth left to fix it. That's the worst case there is. So here's the one move that protects you from every car on this list. Before you buy any used EV, 2 free checks. 1. Pull the recall record at nhtsa.gov and read every open recall. 2. Get a battery state of health report, a simple plug-in test that tells you what the pack has left. And one rule that beats all of it. Never buy an EV from a company that might not be around to support it. The dealer won't tell you any of this. Those 3 habits will. And once you've got a good one, keeping it that way is the whole game. So I built a free field manual. 10 maintenance moves that keep a car running past 200,000 miles and save you over $1,000 a year doing them yourself. Free. Links in the description. Grab it. An electric car is only as good as the company standing behind it. Now you know which ones aren't. And if you're shopping used to save money, careful. Cheap used EVs come with a trap of their own. I broke down exactly why the cheap ones are cheap. It's on screen now. Watch that one next.